air screw, plumbing for your atmospheric, and your throttle sync, nipples. Air screw, atmospheric, throttle sync. Stepper motor or actuator. Throttle position sensor, subthrottle sensor. This is off a 1000 kawi. Air screws are up top. Lucky them. We're at the bottom. Catch these two. That and that gap. See this? This is where you split the bodies. This bolt and this bolt. And that's one complete body. These guys are dialed in on their own. These guys are dialed in on their own. Got the actuator splitting for the subthrottles, and they close you down. This is part of the wheelie. It'll close you down right there. Not gonna be like that, but so here's this guy. Here's your foot, right? Or the foot's here, and there's the screw. He's going to put a divot in there, and the air will show it. So, what you're trying to do with the center one is just match this to this. It doesn't matter what cylinder you use. You can use this cylinder and this cylinder to sync these two. You can use this cylinder to sync this body to this body, right? So you're just trying to screw that close to match this one. That's all it is. You're trying to match this guy to this guy. This is a 14. Here's your center screw. So this thing sits this way. Here's your sync screw, sync nipple. There's no other one around. It's at the bottom, but you still have the 3 holes. 1, 2, 3. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Same basics. So this is the atmospheric or intake air pressure sensor. Goes right here. And the plumbing are all of these lines here for that one hole. Remember, this is the atmospheric hole plumbed up to these 4. Each cylinder fires once, so it's going to go to 14.7 and then catch who's ever throttling up. You know, like sequential. It's going to check the next pressure on the fire up. So, where am I going? So, there's no actuator in here. There's no subthrottle plates. But anyway, we're back to the upright, and there's no air screw. And what I did was use little carb slides and little whatever they are. I don't know what you use them for. You just go in a tube. You got to go to a hobby store. That's it. Well, I MacGyvered the hobby store and I found these guys. So your air screw is here. But what I did was, I could spin this and I'm away from the screw, but I can go up to the screw and I'm set. And then I can turn it. And I have these, whatever size, just so I can get them in and out of the frame. And then I go underneath with my hand and push it up and watch the needles, watch the vacuum, watch the manometer. That's it. Theory-wise, I shut all these guys down, and then I go after my match. Then I know my slides, my plates are matched. And I come down here, quarter out, eighth out, whatever it is, read the meter, read the AFR. Oh, it's too lean. Put it out a little bit more. Go in a little bit more. Less air. Richer. Out. Leaner. But what you're trying to do is match your pulses now to these guys. Because the book says, they don't tell you that, but once the thread machine stops, it's going to go down and then start taking thread out and make threads. And the next one comes over and this guy stops and he's going to be here. So he's going to start here and he's going to thread, so these guys are never even. And that's why you just got to move just a touch each one to balance your voice. So, right? He's low, so you don't use him. He's low, you don't use him because, we're like this, these guys. You want to match this guy to this guy. So that's when you use this only, and you avoid all this because you're not going to go through what I'm going to go through. Abstract, telling you, find the highest of the two sides and match that. That's that. Nothing about air screws. And this is second gen. It's saying, get those air screws going, and note, don't touch the center. Don't touch the center. Touch the center. Are you kidding me? So that's why I said, screw you guys. I'm gonna match these guys without this interference here. And then I know where I'm at. Plate-wise. Right? And I'm working you guys. Control. I don't switch control, something. ISC. So this is the idle. And there's hoses off here, 4 of them. 2 here, 2 back there. And I yanked them off. And I'm like, cold as cold can be. And I'm going to light this puppy up and I'm just going to see if this will take a pulse. Get it? So, what's we saying here? We're saying to, why don't you pull the shit out of all the parts here and just fuck things up and whatever, and never get it back together again, right? And just run those forward. It ain't a hub hit without a hubby. Me puppet, kinda, hello. So, your bike, your throttle throttle body's sitting like this, and you gotta get this guy and get up in here and yeah, whatever. So that's what you're chasing, is the center guy right here.